Grill Sergeant here. What's up, Grill Billies? Today we're going to be unboxing and setting up the Inkbird IBBQ-4T. So this is my third Inkbird device, and from what I played around with it so far, they knocked this one out of the park. So let's unbox this, let's set it up, and let's start the show. If you stumbled upon this video because you just bought this and you're looking to set it up, excellent choice on getting this thermometer. If you're on the fence and you're doing your research, this is my third Inkbird device, and I'll explain after we're done setting it up why I think this one, they nailed it on this one. Before we get in though, if you love barbecue as much as I do, hit that like button, and if you're not a part of the team already, hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you along. All right, let's open up this bad boy and check her out. This blew me away how this was packaged. This, you have basically like this felt liner. This is the actual thermometer, and it's pretty simple. You do have a USB Type-C port. That's actually like the latest technology. And then down over here, you have 4 ports, and these are basically where you're going to stick your temperature probes. You don't have to use all 4 at the same time. You can use one probe, and then you pretty much have your on and off button. Everything else is basically controlled by a iPhone or an Android device. Inside this box, you have your instructions. The warranty card does come with a USB-C cable, so you can basically charge this in either via power adapter or plug it into your computer. It has these clips here where if you wanted to put it, in your barbecue grates, and then you could, if you're doing your like ambient temperatures, those come in handy. This comes with basically your setup guide on to connect it to your smart device, and then it comes with 4 meat probes. It does already come charged out of the box, pretty much ready to play around with. All right, let's whip out our handy dandy smartphone and let's get this thing set up. So you're going to turn on your camera mode. Now the cool thing is, on the back of the box, there is a IR code. And so when you hover it up, if you have an Android, obviously you're gonna click on the Android one. So we are going to click on the iOS one. Boop. Viewing the iStore, I am going to download it. So we're just gonna hit the download right there. So now that it's downloaded, we are going to hit open. And then with the iPhone, it's basically saying, would you like to be sent notifications? Which, if it's alerting you your steak's done, or if your smoker is getting too hot or cold, I do want those notifications, so I am going to allow that. If you haven't registered with Inkbird yet, there is a button at the bottom here where it says, if you don't have an account, you can register. I already registered, so I'm gonna pop that in really quick. I'm going to sign in. Now it's gonna take you to the screen where you basically have to create a family. This is kind of like, what would you say? It's like the Google Home thing where you control a bunch of things. So Inkbird has other products outside of barbecue products. So if you're like, I wanna turn on this lamp or my coffee pot or check my refrigerator or something like that, this is kind of like the hub that you do it in. So you have to create a family. You can call it whatever you want. If you're just using this for barbecue, which I am, I'm basically just gonna call the family thing barbecue, or you have to hit save up at the top. So Inkbird would like you to use your Bluetooth, so you're gonna need your Bluetooth to actually set this up. So I'm gonna turn the Inkbird on right now. I'm gonna hit OK. And then I'm going to say, it says no device yet. I'm gonna click please add, and it's gonna say, hey, what device do you have? So I'm going to click on the IBBQ-4T, and it's saying to turn the device on. Next step, what is going on the top of your thing here? And I'm gonna say it is fast flashing. Next step. So now we're going to get to a thing where it's saying put in your Wi-Fi name and password, search for devices. So now you'll get this thing where it says, congratulations, pairing success. It feels like you won something, right? So you're basically gonna click that. So now we're basically inside this device. You're gonna see 4 things that are grayed out. That's because there are no probe temperatures plugged in. So we're just gonna pop one in here, and that's going to register. See how it just popped up saying, hey, it's saying that it's 81 degrees out here. Welcome to California. It's not even 10 o'clock. And so for pretty much to set this up, you have different icons at the bottom here. And so if we're gonna click this temperature thing on the side, this is what I really like about this setup is the user face is very, very simple and easy to use. And so it's kind of at the top. It gives you basically graphics like, what do you want to do? Are you cooking, a steak? And then down here where it says taste, you can switch and you're like, okay, do you want it to be medium rare? Do you want it to be medium? And so it already has the temperatures already set up, but the cool thing is you can go, so say for me, I like cooking my steaks medium rare, but I'm gonna do custom and I'm going to set it down to about 115 and that will give me basically my alarm. And so usually what I do is I do reverse sear cooking, and so that is going to tip me off when I need to actually sear my steak, let it rest, and it will come up to that medium rare temperature. Another thing I really like is you have this barbecue smoke setting, and depending on what you're running your smoker at, this is really helpful because you can basically have one of these probes and it's just checking the temperature of your smoker. It's not plugged into any meat. It's just checking the ambient temperature inside, but you can basically set alarms here. So, this is saying that if it drops below 216, we'll set an alarm, and if it goes above 230, we're gonna set an alarm. So say we're going to set that up and see how this starts beeping. Well, this is at 81 degrees, so it's saying, hey, your fire's dying out, so we're gonna clear that. But I did think that was cool. Underneath the custom, you can also do, the noises it makes. So instead of it being a beep, it could be, a different sound there. Under your setup, you can basically say for, you can do, if you want your time in by 12 hours or a 24-hour clock. I actually like the 12. And then in here, you can change your temperature unit to Celsius or Fahrenheit, however you run that. And then what I really like this, and this is actually the reason why I picked this one up here, is if you click on this graph thing right here, this actually gives you a real-time, it's hard to see here, I don't know if I can zoom in on here, but it basically gives you a time over temperature graph, and it saves this information for you. So, right now it says, oh, I'm hovering around 80 degrees, but if I'm going to, hold this, the temperature point, we're going to see a rise in the temperature, and it's going to relay it here on the screen, but it's also going to give me that temperature rise on here, and I can see it real time, it actually spike here. So I did want to get this whole graph chart thing because the barbecue that's behind me, I did want to do a snake method, and I wanted to see that if I do a snake method and do it almost all the way around the bowl and I light one end, at how long is that going to last me, and at what temperature average is that going to give me? And that, using this smart app, that will actually give me that data onto my phone, so then I could say, oh, hey, this kettle lasted me 12 hours and the average temperature was between 230 and 260. That's pretty cool information there. So that's the main reason why I got it, so I can test out these other barbecues. Well guys, that's the unboxing of the Inkbird IBBQ-4T. I'm excited to actually use this. Pretty cool, 4 ports. You get to use graphs and charts and set up your, the setup on this is really, really easy. So if you're into the tech side of barbecue, this is kind of right up your alley. I know that some of you out there are probably like, I just put my steaks on and I'll pinch here and feel here, and that's how I like my steaks. Which this feels well done, you sick son of a. The whole point about barbecue is basically, just have fun with it. Using temperature probes allows me to get really consistent results. So I know that if I cook a steak a certain way and I brought it up to a certain temperature, I can basically repeat the results over and over again. So I do respect those that don't use temperature probes, and that is a level of expertise and experience that maybe one day I'll attain to. So far, this does get my seal of approval. I'm very excited about this. I will drop the Amazon link down below if you do want to check this out. I ordered it and it came like next day. Yeah, gotta love that Amazon Prime. But anywho, I'm going to play around with this a little bit more, but if you do have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section, and I am pretty good at getting back if you do have any questions about this device. So let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what barbecue temperature you use. I will see you guys on the next video, all right? Grill Sergeant out. Peace. Look at here, I got Brian texting me. He's working on his briskets right now. And you know what? I'm gonna link this brisket video right up here as well. Look at that. Brian, it's looking good so far and I can't wait to see that video. All right, guys? Cheers, peace.